To start, I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Hydrator Mist. Spritz the skin with this hyaluronic acid to achieve an instant dewy glow. Next is the Poco Beauty Universal Glow. I'm using this as my primer today, and as you can see instantly you get this gorgeous finish and it's so lightweight on the skin. I always start my makeup application by sorting my neck and my chest first. I use the MAC Face and Body, which gives a lovely rich colour and like it blends in all my tan together. I'm using the Estée Lauder Double Wear Concealer as a primer and as a base on my eyes. So as you can see, a little goes a long way with this primer, and I'm just using it with a flat brush, going all the ways over on top, right up to the brow bone, and I'm using it underneath as well. For anyone with any little pigmentations or dark circles, this concealer is amazing. I'm going to set this now. We're doing a full makeup look, eye makeup look, so I'm using the Laura Mercier just to set it. Shape your brows next, and this will give you a really good idea of how much eye makeup you need to use. I'm starting off by placing them, kind of freezing them into shape with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze. So as you can see, I place this on and then I brush it against the growth of the hair, brush it up, and then I tame any little bits down that I don't want sticking up. I don't want a full laminated look, but I do want a lifted look. And as you can see, this is very, very easy to do once you have the right products. The next product then that I'm using for a little bit of colour is the Just Jordan, and it's the Air Brow Precision in Natural Brown. This is amazing. I love it. Very, very handy little brow product to have. Your brush, your little spoolie brush at the other side. Great colour. Comes in 3 colours, I think. And really, really easy to use. And like I said, once you have the shape of your brows done and when you are happy with them, it is very, very easy then to start with your eye makeup. We're going to start the eyes with a base. This is the Hildoon liner, so it's a silk to set liner, which is absolutely amazing. I use these the whole time, and this is in the colour Blaze, so we'll keep it nice and festive-y, keep it nice and Christmassy with this gorgeous colour. So as you can see, I lined along my lash line, kept it kind of thick, and then went in with a pencil brush and just buffed it over. So this is a technique we're going to do back and forth the whole time. So again, apply a line of liner. As you can see, really creamy, it sits in lovely, and it like intensifies the colour as you work. Back in again with the pencil brush and just keep moving over and back like that to blend it. Add a tiny little bit of the liner. You'll see the true colour here now up close. So add a little bit underneath, halfways across, and then again with same brush, just bring it all the ways across into the inner eye. So again, the colour is intensified on the outside of the eye and it's blended in into the centre. I'm going to add a little bit more here now. Again, keep it nice and low. And just look in the mirror, see the depth of colour that you want. We are going to be using powdered eyeshadows over this again. So like I said, this is just your base, but it's a really, really good base to work with. So the next step is quite an important step. I want you to look straight into the mirror, hold the mirror up to your eyes and look straight on. Don't look down or don't look up. And just get a fluffy brush with a little bit of eye colour. So this is the Pillow Talk palette that I've used, which I will show you now again. And with the fluffy brush, I want you just to blend in slightly on your transition colour. When you are doing this, I want you just to be very, very light-handed as well and use a small bit. We're kind of doing bit by bit as well. As you can see there, just blend in very, very neatly and very lightly. Bring the fluffy brush underneath as well and basically just blend in kind of to the side there and just always kind of keep the eye makeup up. You want to lift everything up. So I always kind of use the movements of going up. We're going to go in with the darkest colour now on that palette as well and go back to your pencil brush. So as you can see, when you're looking at both my eyes, they are totally different shape. So my right eye is a little bit, I don't have as much eye space as my left one. So when you're looking at it, we'll look at the left one now. So as you can see, I've applied a little bit more of the darker colour on that left eye, more so than the right. This is to create a more depth and that we'll get both eyes looking exactly the same. Now you may not have this problem. I do. So my eyes are different. So I always need to add a little bit more depth to that eye just to get them looking perfect. Again, I go over and back and just make sure that they're even, and if I feel like I need to add a little bit more colour, I will. Don't forget about underneath, just buff away underneath as well. I'm using that dark colour, just intensify underneath, so add with the pencil brush and then go back to the fluffy brush after. I am picking up some sparkle now from this palette. So I've gone in with a kind of gold and a kind of rustic colour. And this is from the Charlotte Tilbury. It's the Smoky Eyes Are Forever palette, which is just fabulous. So place it on your lower lid only and just blend it across where it needs to be. I'm going in then with this lighter colour. Just pop that over just for a little bit more kind of like of a glitzy look. Again, it's festive, it's Christmas. We want to keep everything kind of nice and glittery looking. And if you want to intensify that colour anymore, just apply with your finger and you'll get a more denser look to your shimmer. Use a tiny little bit underneath, nothing too much, but again, just to make the eyes pop underneath. The same palette, I'm going in with the darkest colour there, which is kind of like a navy black. It's like a nearly carbon black colour, just on the outside of the eye. So as you can see, I'm just using it in the crease with the same pencil brush and then going over it with the fluffy brush again. Liquid liner is the way to go when you are doing a more full-on glam eye. So this is the Catrice liquid liner. This is actually an amazing liner for you to pick up. It's the calligraph pen. It's a 24-hour matte. It's waterproof, it's touch-proof. It's absolutely brilliant. So when doing your eyeliner, it takes time, okay? Even you'll see me there now. I'm over and back. I'm looking straight in the mirror just to make sure I'm kind of looking up, I'm looking down, and small little bits, just bit by bit, I think is the best way to do it. And as you can see there, I look straight down in the mirror just to get, you know, the eye shape kind of well. Build it as I go. That's the easiest way to do it. So have a mirror up close, keep looking, keep checking back and forth, and small little bit by bit is how you go for it. For your wing, if I'm going to do a very, very light wing, nothing too major. But again, just kind of bring it back and up towards the end and the tail of your brow. And then what I will do is I will get this tiny little, it's like nearly a toothpick with a little bit of cotton wool over it. And I'm just going to bring that back. I'm going to like pull it back while it's still wet. And that will give you the tiniest little tail at the end if you like it. So as you can see, when I'm looking again now, I'm not happy with that end piece. So I'm going to thicken that up just to create a more of a universal shape. Perfect. Okay, so it just takes a while. Just get used to your own eye shape. And even if you want to start doing this with a pencil liner first and then go over with the liquid line, that's good too. So we're on to eyeline, the tight line underneath. So I'm using a bronze colour. So this is Max Factor Bronze. I love it. And you know, it's black sometimes is a little bit too intense, but that will just give you a nice little bit of cover without being too dark. We'll curl the lashes next. Very, very important before you're putting on mascara, and we're going to do nice full lashes as well today. So the mascara is it's the Exaggerate Volume. It's the new one from Charlotte Tilbury, and I love it. I use this every day myself. There's no fallout. It's waterproof, it's smudge proof. No black will fall down your face if you're using this mascara. I love the brush. It's a real volumizing brush, and look how it fits in there underneath on the lower lashes. Absolutely genius. Really, really happy with it, and it's my go-to at the moment. So lashes next. As you well know, pop on the lashes, put the glue on the lashes and leave it set for a little bit. I gave a slight little blow there on them. Set it in. These are just a half set. Again, my eyes are tiny, so I try not to put on too full of a lash, but literally put them on, look straight in the mirror, and then you can adjust them. So looking straight in the mirror for me is the key to having my eye makeup done. That's the second one done there, and they look great. So back in again with the first colour that I was using, and again looking straight ahead, any little harsh lines up over the eyes, go back in with that colour with your fluffy brush and just kind of create a nice soft look on the eyes. Get a baby wipe, and as you can see, I'm kind of like nearly snatching my skin back there, but like this is a really, really good tip once you're done with your eye makeup, just basically to pull everything back and have a really clean finish. Go in with a nice highlight. This is the Soft and Gentle from MAC that I'm using. Corners of the eyes and on the brow bone as well. So foundation is next. I have mixed two foundations here. Just because, again, it's a glam look, we want a heavier look on the skin. So I've used the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin, and I have mixed it with a little bit of the Airbrush Flawless Foundation. So the Beautiful Skin will give you that lovely, glowy, bit of coverage, but a nice kind of dewy finish. And then the Airbrush is a little bit more matte, but you will get your full coverage from that. As you can see on my skin there now, that is full coverage. Again, great for a night out, great for a party night, and don't be afraid of full coverage. And when you mix it in with a foundation of your own, you still get that dewiness, like I said, but you get the coverage, and like that's not going to budge. It will stay on the skin, and especially, you know, you're out for a few hours, you just want a really good finish on your skin. I'm using the Sculpted by Amy brush as well. This is a complexion brush. This is my go-to. So as you can see, I'm kind of using both sides of it. I love the shape of it. I love the texture of it, the bristles. It is absolutely brilliant. We're going to do a soft contour to start off with. I'm using the Sosu stick. It's the contour stick in warm. If you're wearing tan, I feel warm is the one you should always go to. So I'm just, with my same foundation brush, I'm just kind of blotting a little bit on, just on my cheeks, not being too severe yet, because we are going to go over this with a powder. So I find the most important part to do is up on the hairline, because this will create your 3D effect straight away. Again, think glam, think night out. You just want that extra little bit of makeup, especially for Christmas. So, you know, just dust a little bit on the forehead, come down to your cheekbones, a little bit on the jawline. I feel whatever's on the brush I kind of use on my jawline, and then we'll go on then to the nose area. So I turn the brush over and just do a little bit down on my nose. I don't do too much contour on my nose, but don't forget to blend this part. So many people forget to blend, and you see that line. So I always go back with the fluffy part and blend out again. So choose a big fluffy brush and choose a bronzer that you love. I'm using the Studio Fix, the NC45, so it's like a powder, and basically I'm going over my contour with that. So do you see how intensified it is when you put the powder over? Next, now I'm going to set. So again, Laura Mercier Radiance, the Translucent Radiance Powder. I'm almost baking the skin. And as you can see, I want to chisel my contour a little bit more. So I've placed it on and then brush down. I have a little bit of, you know, downy hairs on my face. So I kind of brush down after, just so that we're not kind of sticking those up. The nose, the chin, just any area that needs it. And you can bake this area. So by baking, we're applying a little bit more of a heavier powder on the skin, and we're going to buff it off then after a few minutes. So just pop it on like that anywhere that you need to have it, and then I would get a big fluffy brush then over, wait for about maybe 4 or 5 minutes, and then like that just dust it off. So as you can see, you're setting your skin really, really well, and like lines and wrinkles there, it has set in really excellent that you don't even notice it. So that can be done as well. On to my favourite. This is the Sosu Satin Liquid Blush in Pop Pink. Pink Pop, I should say, sorry. Look at the colour of that. Now don't be afraid, please don't be afraid of blush. I'm using a lovely kind of soft buffer brush and gently working it into the skin. This is a product that you do have to work with, so keep buffing it until you get that finish that you want. And as you can see, I'm using my fingers to blend it in a little bit lightly again. Same with this side. It's quite intense and it's quite a pigmented colour, which I love, but you need to work with it. So buff it in and go for a cream. Like this kind of finishes as well to a nice satin finish. So it's cream when it goes on and it's liquid, and then it finishes to a satin. Smile when you're looking straight at the camera, just to get a little bit of pop on the cheeks. The next product that I love is the AU Radiance Glow. So again, just to give a little bit of a highlight on the skin. I love this product. You don't see it too good on camera. You might see it better now when I pop it on my nose. But on the cheeks you don't notice it too well, but it's gorgeous in real life, and it gives a lovely highlight feel. So yeah, there you go, you'll see it there now properly on the nose when the light is shining directly at it. Put a little bit on the Cupid's bow. I love that on the lips as well. It's beautiful, gorgeous product. Again, we were going from a liquid blush to setting with a powder over. So any cream or liquid, I'm always going with the powder. This is the MAC Soft and Gentle powder that I'm using as a highlight over the cream highlight. Next onto lips, and this is the Edge to Edge lip liner from MAC. Gorgeous pinky colour, just gives a little bit more depth of colour. Again, you know, go with whatever colour you want, but I would kind of bring up a strong enough colour. I feel it's nighttime, it's glam, it's Christmassy, you know, don't go too nudie on the lips. So I'm going to go in then with a Charlotte Tilbury lipstick, which again, it's a really lovely one at the moment. Look at the colour. It's the Red Carpet Pink and it's beautiful. I'm wearing all black for this look tonight, so like having like a pop of colour mixed in with the cheeks, it's absolutely gorgeous. This isn't a drying lipstick, so there's a little bit of lustre to it, which is nice as well, because I know a lot of Charlotte Tilbury ones are quite dry. I'm gone in then with the Catrice, the lip oil, which is my favourite, as everybody knows. So there you go, a really glam, full coverage, festive look. Really nice. Loved doing this look. And to finish off, again, look at this product. This is a Sosu Dripping Gold Bronze Bar. My God, it's unbelievable. Pop it on your legs, pop it on your shoulders, pop it on your chest. I'm blending it with a kind of a nice brush as well, like a kind of a big kind of buffer brush, but beautiful on the skin, and it smells really good too. It smells really coconutty. I'm going to put a little bit more there now on my collarbones, and that you can see it. I don't know if you can see there now, camera. Yeah, so look how intensified that is. It's gorgeous. Beautiful product from Sosu. So a nice easy look for you to do, and there's my finished look. As you can see now, once I have the hair done, the earrings on and the dress on, it all kind of ties in nicely. So I hope you enjoyed this festive makeup tutorial. If you have any questions, please leave a comment.